today I'm going to be talking about a topic that changed my life when I started to realize and started to value it. And maybe secretly or unknowingly has been changing yours too. Now you might be wondering, what is this guy talking about? Well, I'm talking about motivation. Yes, you heard that right. Motivation. In my opinion, motivation is the impact of our life. It plays such a big role that it takes part in all our life decisions that we have been having so far. But if we want to stay motivated, we should also stay positive, because staying positive and motivated can lead us to a good, positive life. I would like to share with you all a story, experience of one of my classmates. There was one time we had a test, to be specific, a science test. There was this one girl in my class who was determined to ace this test. I won't mention her name because she would kill me afterwards if she knew. She wrote 3 mostly full notebooks. I'm sure she was motivated and was positive that she'll pass the test. 3 mostly full notebooks? That is way more than I'll ever write before a test, unless I'm in university. Of course, if I ever get there. Back to the girl. On the day of the test, the teacher suddenly said, "You are allowed to use your notes in this test." I sat blank in shock because I only had the vocabularies written down. But you could say she had the whole book in her hands. I'm sure she took the test with ease. If I had to guess, I would guess that she missed at least one good night's rest. Well, now, what can we learn from this story? Well, firstly, be sure to take down notes, because if you don't have a photographic memory, I'm sure most of you can't remember every single detail. Please, take down notes or else you'll regret it like me. The vocabularies did help, but it could have been better. Now, secondly, how does this relate to my topic? As you can see, she was very motivated to ace the test. I'm 101% sure that she had a way easier time doing it than most people, including me. Now, after that short story, let's move on to the meaning and the importance of motivation. Motivation is the will to work. It can come from many things. For example, the enjoyment of the work you are doing, having a goal to achieve, or the sense of satisfaction that can be gained or come from completing a goal. Then the importance of motivation is that it increases productivity, increases confidence, inspire, and more. The special thing about motivation is that it provides us with a goal to work toward. Now, how do we stay motivated? Here are 6 tips on how we can stay motivated. Number 1, stay positive. Sometimes self-doubts and negative thoughts can pull us down, so we have to get back up. When we fall down, stand back up. Climb the steps one by one, surely and slowly. You'll get there soon. Second, define your goal. Think of a goal, big or small, it's still a goal, and put your ideas into action. Third, create a clear vision. A clear vision is like a guide when we don't know our next step. It's like a navigator. Fourth, tackle procrastination like a pro. Now is the time. What are you waiting for? Do you have a goal? Do it. Fifth, look for a bigger picture. Dream big. The bigger you dream, the more motivated you get. And 6, work hard. I know it could be hard sometimes. From a lazy person, I like to laze around and scroll through TikTok. But sometimes we do have to work hard, especially so we don't miss 1 or 2 deadlines. Now, the true meaning of motivation. I would like to tell you all a person that is not absolutely unknown. Maybe some of you in this room know who she is. She is an all-nighter, a dental student, and a famous TikTok influencer. She has over 1 million followers and over 56 million likes in TikTok. Now, for those who don't know, she is Kay Chung. Kay Chung is a TikToker who does all-nighter videos as a dental student. For those who don't know, an all-nighter is a person who does a task continuously all night. In her case, studying for a test the next day. Yes, she studies for the whole night for a test the next day. Truly a trailblazer and the true meaning of motivation. I've seen many people upload their videos of themselves attempting it, but most of them failed. Based off I've seen, I would fail too. I hardly stay awake after 9:30 p.m. Now, let me ask you another question. Who here likes math? Please raise your hand high because I can't see. Oh, lots of people. Does some of the parents not like math? Well, after that, I'm okay with math, but if the lesson gets too hard, then I think math should go solve their own problems and leave me alone. I think they should move on from their ex and just stop letting me find it for them. Jokes aside, another story I would like to share is based on a recent experience. So, every end of the quarter, we would have an exam for all the lessons we'd learned. I despise math exams because they are super duper hard, and I wouldn't even get that high of a score most of the time. But this time, I plan to make a difference. One weekend, I planned to study my math like a pro. These are the things I had: a math book, phone, notebook, my friends helped because we called to study together, and pen and pencil. Oh, I almost forgot. Ice cubes in a cup. Now you might be wondering, what are you going to do with that? Well, I have the answer for that. That day, I challenged myself. I told myself I would keep studying until all the ice cubes melted. Now for those of you who think maybe you just put one ice cube down there and about 5 minutes, you're done. You're wrong. I filled the whole cup with ice cubes. It would take me about 2, 3 to even 4 hours until it all melted. I was pumped, motivated, and I was sure this technique would work. So I studied, and studied even more. I was so glad and happy that I succeeded the challenge, and I was so sure I would pass the test. On the day of the exam, I was a nervous wreck. And when the teacher started to hand out the exam sheets, I was starting to get butterflies in my stomach for not even the good reasons. On the first 2 pages of the exam, it was fine, it was okay. I struggled a little bit, but it's okay. But on the 3rd page, my mind was starting to freak out. It was so hard. I can't do it. And especially the last 2 pages. My mind was completely blank by then. I just guessed. Now, after I knew my score, it was so disappointing. I got so low again. But I did try to motivate myself. I keep telling myself that it's okay, it's fine, Gwanchana, chill a little bit. My supportive parents also encouraged me to ask the teacher again. He did explain it again after the test. I guess lots of people didn't get it, but I didn't ask again because after he explained it, guess what? I still don't get it. It's like, you want to know what it's like? It's like explaining a whole anime lore to a baby. If you don't know by now, I'm the baby. What can we learn from this story? Well, firstly, stay motivated. You have to stay motivated. Don't let those negative thoughts pull you down. You have to stand back up. Secondly, be sure to get the lesson. I thought I understand the lesson before the exam. Turns out I was wrong. I missed like 10 points just because of that one lesson. Now, thirdly, always give your 100% unless you're donating blood. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, why should we value motivation? Motivation plays a huge role in our life. It is the impact. And if we all stay motivated and positive, I'm sure we can reduce the suicide rates all around the world. A quote two quotes actually, I would like to share to all of you is, I would say, impactful. And I hope all of you remember it. The first one is, the elevator to success is out of order. You have to use the stairs, one step at a time. Joe Garrett. His quote is telling us that we shouldn't jump to conclusions or just try to rush the work. We should do it step by step, slowly but surely. You'll get there, but just don't make sure it's too slow. Now, a personal quote I would like to share is, life isn't worth getting sad over. Make it worth it. This is my personal quote that I like to use. When I'm sad, I just think of this quote and keep reminding myself that you have a reason to live. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it can be hard, but let's put on those shades and get out there to show everyone what being happy and motivated, and positive too, really looks like. Thank you.